You're back with the Freaks, Fox Sports 910 Phoenix, the voice of Arizona sports, and the biggest names in sports: Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Bo Brock, at Kenny and Crash at Fox Sports 910. Frostee Rucker joining the Freaks, and Frosty, you walked up here and I said, "Dude, you've never been in the Freak Nation, Holmes."
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you said my name on there, did you push a button so the crowd noise would go for the listeners, or how'd that work?
No.
Don't you hear it?
I don't, and that's why I'm like puzzled. You said the biggest names. Hold on now. There we go.
No, you've never been in the Freak Nation, and you seem like you're like a fifth freak, where you would fit perfectly in the Freak Nation.
Super freak.
Yeah. So why not?
I don't know. I mean, do I have to call you to get an interview, or is it the opposite? How's this work? Obviously, I wasn't cool enough to get on there. This was my third year in Phoenix, so.
And we're going on our third year. I think, yeah, he's slamming us, as you should. As you should.
As I should.
This is the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
We'll see. Keep going.
Frostee Rucker, let's get the gnarliness out of the way. Have you put that game behind you yet?
Absolutely. That's why I'm here. No. Yeah, it was a tough one, for everyone in that organization. We worked so hard to get to where we were, and we did not want to stop there. We obviously wanted to be here as a team this week, enjoying the festivities and also playing in this game, but it didn't work out in our favor, and it was a big learning experience from all of us, and there's next year.
You're sitting in the locker room after a demoralizing loss. What are some of the things that are talked about, if anything? Was there any
Great
conversation?
When you get in the playoffs, or even if you're not going to go to the playoffs, that last game, that when it's over, it's just bittersweet, because you look around the locker room, all the same guys aren't going to be there. Coaches maybe either, some get promotions elsewhere, and it's bittersweet. It's a heck of a run with a great group of guys, but when you don't get the ring, ultimately it's just like no one remembers you when you're falling through the pages. Like, well, who got to the NFC Championship? No one cares. They just want to know who won the Super Bowl. So we look at each other and we're just like, well, if we're there together, let's get back here and let's learn from our mistakes, win that game, and then get to the big one. And the big one's in Houston. A lot of guys I know like Houston. I haven't hung out in Houston, but it sounds like a great place.
Yet.
So, hell, we want to go. Can I say hell?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. This is Freak Nation. They're the guys that like Houston. That we just figured out. They're the guys that actually like this town of Houston, right?
What are you talking about? You're always confusing me, man. What?
I mean,
Houston's a freaking armpit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Houston blows.
The guys that Frostee's talking about that are excited to go to Houston, they're the guys. We found out who they are, because I don't know a single person that wants to go to Houston besides my brother who lives there, unfortunately.
January, February 2017. That's when it's time to be in Houston.
Frostee Rucker from the Arizona Cardinals joins us here on the Freaks on Fox Sports 910. And unfortunately, you said a lot of people can turn the page on that game. A lot of people don't remember who was in the NFC Championship game, but a lot of people will remember the game that Carson Palmer had. How does he turn the page?
Just get better. I mean, if you've known something, you've watched Carson evolved over his career. I don't know how old you are, if you even watched back in the day with the Bengals or whatnot.
Yeah.
But he's primed to get this ring. It's just a matter of when it happens. A lot of us didn't play our best game that last game, and it's not just pointing a finger at CP. That's my guy, but obviously we're all going to watch this film. It's going to haunt us until we get back out there. It's 49-15, and I remember that like it's my social security number, and pretty much. And it's something that's going to eat away this whole off season. There's one thing that we all need to learn from is that we're not going to start the season back in the NFC Championship game. After this game, everyone's 0-0, and it's tied up, and got to move on. And I know Carson will come back firing that ball, and we'll be right where we need to be again, and everyone will be praising him again.
You were asking kind of sort of how old Bo is. How old do you think he is?
22-ish.
Wow.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, his pimples and stuff.
Come on, man. I've been
See,
traveling.
you want me on this show for a reason. You got it.
His balls just dropped last week.
Oh, thank you. Is that a sound effect of my testes dropping?
I pushed the button.
That just happened. happened.
That did, didn't it? Well, and CP's your man because you're both, of course, Trojans.
Absolutely. We were before that.
What?
A lot of people don't know we played versus each other in the high school championship game. I was a freshman, he was a senior, and he ripped us apart. Absolutely, throwing 30-yard outs and
At Tustin, right?
yeah. I was at Tustin. He was at
Weren't
Santa
you
Margarita.
running back?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. But there was a better running back before it was me. It was Deshaun Foster.
Deshaun Foster.
And was he good? Boy, I tell you. And it was a great guy to watch and try to emulate some of his stuff, but I've known Carson better half of my whole life, you know. So from playing in that game and then going to USC and playing together there, and then he got drafted by the Bengals, he was there, and then to Arizona. It was like it was meant to be. It's a partnership.
So what, do you guys go out on dates or something?
Negative.
Back in Arizona?
Negative. Negative.
What, like steak dinners and stuff? I mean, you
Yeah, we
Carson.
do stay. I mean, our families are very close, and
Oh, cool.
obviously, like I said, I've known him my whole life. So how can you not? You know, every time you turn around, I'm on his team or
Yeah,
something like that. It's
right.
like, are you following me? You know, 'cause I'm younger, but
Did you hate him, though, in high school? Because you guys did
never.
play in
I mean,
that championship
It
game.
was a phenomenal game. I think he threw for 400 yards maybe, and yeah, it was one of those games that Carson lit us up. Deshaun Foster ran for 6 touchdowns, 377 yards. I remember that. I mean, it was one of those back and forth, and I was just sitting there like, oh, I wasn't in the game in that one. You know, I wasn't ready.
What can you
Wow.
tell us about Carson Palmer that we don't know? Something funny.
That you'll talk crap on him on the internet, but you wouldn't say it to his face.
Oh, we will.
I don't know. He wouldn't do nothing about it. I'm just kidding. Nah, he's just a laid-back guy. He likes to hunt. He used to surf.
Great golfer.
Great golfer.
Yeah.
Great dude. I mean, there really isn't anything out there that's like, oh my God, Carson, he loves Hampson, the band. No, he doesn't do that. See, I can't bring that up.
Is Frostee Rucker a good golfer?
No.
Not like
But
it.
I'm a great guy to go with because I bring a speaker, so I have music.
What?
I
On a
know
golf
where
course.
the cervezas are. I'm the one that finds them,
Yes.
and I'm just a great guy to caddy.
Would BA golf with you?
Probably not.
BA loves his drinks on the golf
He
course.
does, but I don't know if we share the same music. Not that I'm saying I'm playing anything that he wouldn't like, but I think BA, when he golfs, he really enjoys golf, and I'm there just to hang out.
What kind of music would you be playing if you're on the golf course?
Oh, who knows? A little Pink Floyd.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Attaboy.
yeah.
Yeah.
A little Pink Floyd. I mean,
Comfortably numb.
Preach. I don't know, everything. I like all genres of music, so I'm well-rounded.
Pink Floyd on the
I'll
golf
pat
course.
myself on the back. Well-rounded.
Frostee's playlist. We need to blog that, baby.
That would be a good one.
Okay, top 10. What would it be?
No, that's too
Floyd.
Yeah, that's way
Okay,
too much.
5. Top 5. Floyd, obviously one of the top 5.
Bands are just,
Not bands, yeah, because that's easier.
I would say Pink Floyd. I like old school Rage Against the Machine. I used to like that. Growing, you know what I'm talking about. See, that's why you give me the head
Why
nod.
aren't you looking at me? Do I not look like a Rage Against the Machine man?
Grateful Dead or something. What do you want? But
Oh, he's Dave Matthews, man.
Oh, come on.
You are
growing up.
No, you
Just
don't.
because I
It's
like Dave
Look what he's
Matthews.
I
wearing.
like the drummer.
Look what he's
I
wearing.
like the band.
Look
the
what he's
drummers do.
wearing. Look at this outfit. Is that not
Look at
Dave
what you're
Matthews?
wearing.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Arizona Pricks.
But look what it looks like.
That's the point. I mean, literally the point.
Well, that is, yeah, it's awesome. Can't go to church in it, but
I don't know what you don't know what church I go to. The Church of Metal.
crickets, everyone.
Exactly. And you hear those too.
No, when Lemmy of Motorhead died, I cried.
I hear you.
I'm a Motorhead fan.
I was upset when forget his name off the top of my head, and you put me on the spot with the guy from the Eagles.
Oh, absolutely.
Glenn Fry.
Yeah,
Glenn Fry.
Really?
I actually seen him 2 years ago in Cincinnati. They came and performed, and I got to see the Eagles. They did Hotel California,
great?
and I teared up. That's a great song.
Would Eagles be your top 5?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just need one more from you, man. Eagles, Grateful Dead, Pink Floyd, old school Rage.
Rage Against the Machine. You mean?
Well, yeah, old school Rage Against the Machine. Right.
Bands, Bob Marley and the Wailers.
There you go.
Yeah. You can't have a bad Saturday afternoon party with Bob Marley in the background.
Jimmy Buffett.
Thank you. Yes.
I mean, you can't. There's just a lot of good music out there.
Hey, weren't you tied in with something in the state of Ohio about legalizing something at one time?
Absolutely.
What was that?
You know. I'm just saying, right? I mean,
We're talking about Bob Marley.
you want us to be bold here, but then you want somebody to ask
Hold on a second.
slick question.
The
You can say
Broncos
it.
are in the Super Bowl. It has to do with something that's legal in Colorado. Yeah, good for you.
Absolutely.
Good
Marijuana.
It was a legalization of marijuana.
Right.
Recreational and medical. And we didn't win, but we're turning in the right direction. My mom's actually a medical patient in Arizona, and I moved her there because, I don't think I've ever told the story, but she's on disability and she was on pain pills for a number of years, and it just wasn't the same person. And as a family, we came together and talked about it and said, Mom should just try this. And I was happy to play in Arizona, and she was living in Tennessee at the time, so we moved her there, and she's smiling and happy, and that's all you want. You want Mom to be Mom.
Hello, Roger Goodell. Listen, there are players that have had so many issues with synthetic drugs. They're supposed to help you get rid of your headaches or whatever aches and pains you have. And here it is, a plant, something that grows out of the ground. It works, yet he doesn't want to legalize it.
Well, I'm not here to say anything that has to do with that.
I'm on my soapbox. I'm not putting you into it.
I passed my drug test.
Exactly.
Let's not
No.
get it twisted,
I get it, but that makes me mad. That's what I'm shouting because it makes me
Well,
mad.
that's as a whole, as a nation. Let's get real.
That's true. That's true.
And the reason it's illegal because everyone likes it.
Are you kidding me? You tax it then. We could make money. And guess what? Pay off some of this debt that this freaking country owes.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, some states have gotten it, and look what they're doing. But again, it's a stigma that's been happening for so many years, and it's been frowned upon because someone said it wasn't good and it was a bad drug, and
It's a gateway drug.
I can't stand that.
yeah, a gateway to the chips and salsa. But that's besides the point, though. But it didn't win, and it was very. It was a great experience for me just to put your name out there, not to say I'm an advocate of doing that in ball, but it's medicine.
Right.
And you should never deny anyone of something that's going to make them feel better and help them prolong their life. And that's what I was behind. And I think they're still churning at it, and hopefully they'll figure it out.
Progress. Colorado, Washington, it's progress.
It just takes time,
Yeah.
and it's data. After they can go off data so long, data proves there's numbers.
Crasher, you also know something about Frostee and a fraternity?
What?
What is that? What's that?
I wasn't in
I've
a
already-
frat.
What's the Raiders football? Stumpos Raiders football?
Stumpos, Raiders. What do you know about Stumpos?
Dude, we do our
You know the
research.
handshake? Do you know the
No,
handshake?
I do not know the handshake.
I was honorary, though. I wasn't involved because I played football, but I was honorary. And the meaning behind Stumpos, I really don't know the meaning. It was just an awesome group to hang out with. But they were on the row at USC. They had a frat, and they had kicked off. So I guess that's where the Raider name came from. And I mean, I was living in an apartment complex. They all moved there, and it was just like a big fraternity at my apartment complex.
Oh my God, how much fun
I
is
get home.
that?
Oh my God, I get home from practice. It was like, yes. Yes, I mean, you see 12, 15-foot beer pongs coming from it was insane,
Oh,
It was an experience. Again, it was just an experience that wouldn't trade for the world.
We're going streaking.
What do you think of the Texas Longhorns, Frostee?
Huh?
We'll do that.
I know, it's like he's
He's just
damn
prodding you.
cactus that's on his shirt.
He's still upset about the
Look, I moved
Hard
on.
Rock thing.
I moved on from that. There's not too many of them that played in that game still in the league, and I am. So I'll rest my hat on that. They had a heck of a game. They won the game. I won 2. They won 1. Got me.
This woman to my right is my wife. And
What?
that she was not a
Breaking news.
She was not a Longhorn fan until I took her to that game.
It was so, well, because I'm a Midwest girl. I mean, we don't have a football team in my college, Indiana, but we do have basketball. So football, I never really gravitated towards
Notre
a college
Dame?
team.
Yeah, Notre Dame's not football.
Oh, you would disagree. You would agree with her on that stage.
You either love or hate Notre Dame, and I just never caught the bug to like Notre Dame. So, marrying this guy over here to my left, oh, God, I became a Longhorn fan. And that game in 2006 was unbelievable. How could you not be a fan after that?
I mean, still, Lyle Senadal, I think he's their center at the time. He's our center in Arizona. He's one of my best friends now since I've known him for 3 years. Great guy. Again, I can't take anything from him. They won the game. Just hats off again. But like you see in these Super Bowls and the New Age football, you have a running quarterback. There you say it. Game breaker. It really is. You can run past, you can't stop it, you can't account for it.
Frostee Rucker, I hope we didn't throw too many hardballs at you, man. Your first time in the Freak Nation.
This is easy. Next time I'm interviewing you. And I'm going to do my research on Yahoo or Google or whatever search engine you use.
Okay,
yeah, it's on.
Careful.
Can we do this again, dude?
Of course.
Sure.
All right.
Cool.
Frostee
That was
Rucker.
easy.
Yeah. Frostee Rucker in the Freak Nation for the first time. Thanks for doing this, bro.
No doubt. Next time, make sure my margarita glass is filled up.
I know. We've got empty wine glasses
Sangria?
here.
What are you guys drinking here?
Yeah.
Red
Hey.
wine.
Dave
We're classy
Matthews.
folks. Yeah.
See there?
John Mayer over here.
And you know, next time you're on the air, I'll tell you about a backstage party with me and Pink Floyd
I would love to hear that.
at Texas Stadium.
To be continued, folks.
See you.